Hello, everyone. I am Stormcrow56K, and we are here for the finale, the glitchless TMNT 1 race between Skunky48 and the Master. Get hyped. So this is recently decided this is actually going to be a best of three. So considering we've got some quote unquote RNG for the Technodrome, I think it's a good way to do that. So we're going to be getting going momentarily. We're going to be doing the countdown. I'm going to kind of explain the glitchless category and then explain some of the mechanics of the game in general for people who are unfamiliar with the speed run. And then we'll get into the nitty gritty of what we got going on here. So, all right, looks like we are on our way. So we're starting our timers here when they reset, just so we have an even playing field. Normally, time starts when the player gains control of their turtle. However, this is not the race edition. This is the vanilla original. So they're going for a particular frame or group of frames to hit start at the beginning of the game to get the optimal hole to find the Technodrome, which we call hole one. So neither of them reset, so they must feel good. I know if they feel like they didn't get a good start, they probably would have reset. It could appear in hole one, hole two, or hole three, one being the best and least likely, unless you're doing the manipulation, and then two and three being more likely. Two being slightly worse than hole one, three being a total dumpster fire. So what we got going here, so this is glitchless once again. So with any game, as far as what you determine as a glitch, it needs to be just figured out by your community. If you notice there, Skunky was doing the gondola where you can attack while you're on the ground. So the big thing here is there going to be no out of bounds, no clips, and no weapon transfer. So everything else is fair game. Early ladder dismounts. There are a couple times where we'll despawn some enemies, etc. But yeah, so otherwise we're gonna have a good clean fight. So getting a good start here. Looks like we're pretty much neck and neck. These are two masters of the game. Nesmaster's been playing this forever. Skunky definitely a little bit newer, but he's grinded it nearly as far as you can grind it with current strats. So as I said here, notice even those clips there where you would normally clip up onto the edge, like you would see in the any percent run, we're not doing those either. So not just clips that clip through the ceiling. Those are the out of bounds clips. So for people unfamiliar with how the mechanics of damage work in this game, so first off, if your turtle has less than half health, you actually do extra damage. Donatello doing the most damage already, and he has the best reach, so he's pretty much going to be our guy the entire game. We will use the other turtles for the most part, just to sacrifice, either to tank damage or to do death warps. But otherwise, Donatello is going to be our man. So on that note, now Skunky actually picked up the pizza, which is a little surprising. So he did get through that slightly slower. So it's like Nesmaster has a teeny tiny little advantage. I'm trying to think what reasoning Skunky would have to do that other than obviously just trying to play it safe. There's nothing that we couldn't really do in the dam section for glitchless. So as far as quote unquote exploits or glitches that we do use, so there are currents underneath the water, and depending on your movements, you can actually basically get these currents to kind of trigger. If you notice, Skunky there and Nesmaster both started picking up a little bit of speed. Now you lose that speed if you bump into any of the walls. So some of these areas are incredibly tight. So you'll see just some really precise movements to maintain these boosts from the currents. This next one, as they're coming up into the algae section, can be either very strong or very weak. Looks like Nesmaster got a pretty strong one. Skunky's a little bit weaker. So there are some ideas on how to manipulate that, but nothing solid as far as consistently able to control that to get a faster version. So this is the classic level whenever anyone's streaming it, 20 people come in and said, wow, I could never beat this as a kid. So obviously playing these things as a kid, very different. But once you learn it, this is actually kind of a relaxing part for the speedrun, glitchless or otherwise. Okay. Alright, first leg of the race done. Once again, this is best of 3. So get comfy. As Elrock said earlier, hold on to your butts. If you have more than one butt, hold on to them. And let's give it up again for everybody that participated in that relay race. What an awesome time. Real nail biter. And for all the commentary. Once again, giving it up to all the organizers of the event as well. And you, cute chat. Cute chat. So here we have a really long break where Shredder's talking out of the TV in 3D, which is, that's a thing. So there's that. What else can we talk about? We're gonna have some more gameplay coming up. It's gonna be some featured gameplay by both players. Some menuing. Some movements. Here we go. All right, so in the turtle van. So this is another area where we would typically do a clip that's a pretty big time save. So glitchless is obviously you know, a slower category, but a whole nother challenge. Some of these jumps are incredibly tight. So I just noticed there, Nestmaster I assume chose not to despawn the fire-breathing guy. I'm pretty sure Skunky did. And I think that's something they've been debating about, whether or not they consider that a glitch, or if that's one that shouldn't be included. Skunky did not get the jump to grab that pizza. That one's a really tight jump. But he decided not to go back for it. Oh no, Nestmaster took a death? Oh, he missed the jump. Okay. Alright, so as long as he can get this jump here and grab this pizza. Okay, so obviously he's losing some time there, but he does have full health versus Skunky's, you know, slightly more than half, so at least he's got some advantage on that end. And just like Skunky did, he's gonna do a quick, take a quick death and get out of there. We got some beautiful kicking tunes going on right now. This section here too seems a little stressful, especially when you're younger trying to play this, having no idea where to go. Now we know exactly where to go. We've got plenty of missiles, and honestly you can afford to just kind of plow through and take some damage in a lot of these areas. So the real question is, are they going to park in the designated turtle parking spot? We'll see here in just a moment. I've got a feeling they will. If Skunky's listening, especially, I think we might get a little shout out. And let's see. Oh, I missed it. Well, at least we'll see if Nestmaster is. Sorry, I was watching the slightly delayed feed. It looks like the Discord feed is now back again. Alright, so really exciting time. Skunky has shurikens right now in the sewer, so he came up with the strat loosely based off the task sewer shuriken strats. Pretty tight inputs, and he nailed it. So if you get lucky, I think it's every 23, 24 kills, you have the potential for getting a weapon drop. So sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get a single shuriken, sometimes you get a triple shuriken, or you will get boomerangs. So single shuriken's most powerful, and that's the only one you can use to do the sewer shuriken strat. So decent little time save, but the swag is off the charts. So not only did he get lucky, but he also, you know, was able to do it. So mad respect. You're gonna see him throw a safety shuriken there. Yeah, Mr. Dino not too far behind, maybe 10 seconds or so. Now this fight here with Mecha Turtle is pretty well scripted in the beginning, and then as soon as Mecha Turtle appears, he can do all kinds of stuff. He can stand there and shoot, or he can move around. I think he got a pretty good pattern there. So not really taking any damage, and got through it real nice. Okay. And Nestmaster finishing up here. Alright. Oh! Okay, this is a new strat here from Skunky as well, hitting the... I always forget what we call those guys, but the guy whose head pops off. We'll just call him that. Hitting them from the ground as he's jumping up, saving a little bit of time. Now, for anyone familiar with the speedrun, rope skip is not banned in this category, and oh my goodness, Skunky's going for it. Hold on to your multiple butts. He's got the first one. Oh, okay, he just went for the first one, playing it safe. Still, mad respect. Now, the first one is easier than the second one to get, but still, that's a very tight trick. So yeah, that's in a best of 3 race. That's pretty brave. So you don't see this very often. Normally we'd be doing a little clip there to bypass this section. And Skunky's just gonna roll right on through, hop over that little laser beam. Mr. Dino just finishing up through the ropes. Still on a very good pace, not too far behind. And Skunky is into the airport. So this section here, I was talking about drops earlier. So the most powerful weapon in the game, we actually can't get in a drop, and those are the scrolls. So we're going to be getting those here soon, what we call the death room, or the danger room, whatever you want to call it. And because of that, it is crucial that we don't lose them, because you use them in the final hallway of the Technodrome to save an insane amount of time, not to mention for Shredder if you have any left. So all of these kills that Skunky and Nestmaster are doing are calculated. They're killing a certain amount of enemies in every room to make sure that if they happen to get a drop, they're getting it exactly where they want it. Now there are a couple different ways that you can... It's coming up on one of the last rooms, the last spot where you get a drop after you get the scrolls. A couple different ways you can do it. I assume Skunky's going to go for the old-fashioned way and just tank one of the turtles and go on the bottom. But if he goes top strats, he has a big chance of losing his scrolls. So even though he went for the rope skip, I doubt we'll see that today. Alright, and Nestmaster, he did not get caught up on that jump like Skunky did. However, he did take a little bit of damage. So at least in that room, he made up some ground on Skunky. Alright, we got fireworks here for the TMNT community. If you walk on this exact pixel here that Skunky's on, the planes will drop bombs. They won't hit you. Call those fireworks. Here we're going to rescue our turtle that died, and... Oh yeah, we can't do red clip. Normally we do a clip there as well. And got some fireworks here from Nestmaster as well. Alright, Skunky making it through the death room. So, death room's scary enough, even when you're playing any percent, you're doing damage transfer, which makes it a little bit easier. It's even scarier on Glitchless, so it's making that look easy. And as I said before, he is taking the bottom route. It's the safer route. You can save maybe a few seconds if you take the top route, but the chances of getting a drop are just too high. Alright, Nestmaster making it through as well. Okay, this part here is a little bit different as well, so I actually watched Skunky when he was trying to kind of get used to this again, since he'd been playing any percent so much. And he had to kind of reroute that section there. Now those, what we just saw, was called a swag drop. If you kind of catch down and move into that other area, I think it saves no time. Skunky is insanely consistent with them. I think it's either frame perfect or like 2 frames. Like it's incredibly tight. So nudie pause apparently is another glitch that they don't allow. So on any percent, you can pause on a particular 2 frames there to expose the hitbox of the Mega Mouser, and apparently they're not doing that in Glitchless either. All right, doing great. Skunky's killing it, and Nestmaster is very close behind. I'd say 10-15 seconds. So really, this is all going to boil down to, will Skunky make a mistake, and who gets the right hole? You know, they're both very good at doing that manipulation at the beginning to get the hole 1. So, I mean, anything can happen though. What do you think, chat? What's your guess for Skunky? Hole 1, 2, or 3? Go ahead and type in your guesses now. He's in hole 1, currently checking it. Alright, it's not hole 1. We're seeing a lot of 2s. Alright. So Skunky taking a death warp there, so they're basically even now. So, Nestmaster, he's going straight to hole 3. He feels like he didn't get a good one, I guess, or did he just start at a random time? Okay. That's the thing, this is, there's a lot of strategy in this. You could even just take a game over at the beginning if you want to guarantee a hole 3, so that's the strategy as well. Nestmaster getting a little held up by those spiky boys. Their movement is very hard to manipulate, and they do an insane amount of damage. So once again, hole 3, and yeah, see, there's Skunky just getting destroyed by him. Hole 2, alright, we saw a lot of hole 2 guesses. Alright, how about for Nestmaster, hole 1, 2, or 3? It better be hole 3 or he's in big trouble. Get your guesses in, 1, 2, or 3. Alright, Skunky battling the Technodrome. We went ahead and took out that turret. Nice safe option. He's pretty low on health right now, so he's probably going to have to get a pizza on this next section. Yeah, that could have been really bad. Having 2 health is doable. And we got it, 3, so yeah, great call. I mean, he played the odds. Nestmaster played the odds. That's a smart way to do it. Alright, Nestmaster's not out of it. Now, having said that, once again, so we're not doing the clips, which are a big time save in the any percent. So it's going to take, honestly, I mean, a death from Skunky before he gets the pizza would put it back in Nestmaster's court. Or just multiple flubs here from Skunky. So let's see how this goes. Oh, I see Nestmaster's doing the gondola there. I like it. Yep, there's Skunky going for that pizza. Now, on that note, this is a nice chunk of time here. So they're actually gonna... Wait, he didn't get the pizza? Wow, he's just tanking? No way. Okay, I'm very surprised. The courage. I mean, that pizza was right there, too. Somebody's confident. Okay. So what I was trying to say is if he would have got that pizza, that would have evened things up a little bit, but now Skunky's still got the lead, so if he somehow manages to mess up the final hallway, which he very rarely does, or he loses his drop, and Nestmaster does not, then it could swing in Nestmaster's favor. It's getting tense! Alright, here we go. Final hallway from Skunky. Once again, we're controlling how many enemies we're killing. We're making specific jumps to control those jetpack guys. And actually discovered by Mr. Dino was using the gondola through this hallway, which saves an insane amount of time. 2, third Jetman. Comes up a little bit closer to Skunky. Yeah, unless he gets a drop. He's good. Alright, now he has 0 scrolls left. So the Shredder fight is going to be a little bit slow. And this fight will be a little bit slow. But he should have it in the bag here. Very beautiful hallway from Nestmaster. And we got Red Lightning from Skunky. He's redeemed himself. Earlier in the rando race, he failed to do Red Lightning. Alright, and GG to Skunky with a 19:33-34. Fantastic job. Red Lightning from Nestmaster as well. Very close follow-up. He's got a 1950, yeah, we'll call that a 1954. So yeah, very interesting first race. Really great gameplay from both. No major mistakes. Like Skunky went for the rope skip, at least for the first one. So it'll be interesting to see if he wants to keep pushing that. Obviously, he's an expert at that trick. But that's not free, baby. It's not free. Now let's go back while they're getting set up for their next round here and see what percentage of people got the caves right. Most people got it right for Nestmaster. And I'd say at least half of the people got it right for Skunky, so good job, chat. So proud. Shooting 2 for 2, Mr. Zexy. You know what? We're waiting here for the countdown. Let's go ahead. Get your guesses in now. Hole 1, or sorry, we'll do Skunky first. Hole 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead. Let us know. So if someone can put this in a graph. Great. Okay, we got a 1, 3, 3, 1. Yeah, for safe bet, I usually just go with hole 1 if it's Skunky. 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Okay. And Nestmaster. We got 1 mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Hole 1, 2, or 3 for Nestmaster. Or mayonnaise. Don't be scared. Yeah, Skunky in chat saying happy, got to do sewer shurikens. I think we were all happy. Seeing a lot of 2s for Nestmaster, so if you're listening, Nestmaster, listen to the chat. No, I'm seeing a lot of 3s too, so we'll see. Appreciate it, chat. Nestmaster is going to get a quick drink of water, and we will get going with game number 2. So this is Nestmasters to win. We gotta push this to 3. This is the finale. Now I know I asked it earlier, but it's a fan favorite. Go ahead, tell me your favorite turtle. It's Michelangelo. And if anyone's been partaking in pizza today, share with us, where'd you get your pizza? What kind did you get? I had a Totino's for lunch, which is technically pizza. And then I had a barbecue chicken pizza for dinner from a local place called Baspo's, which was hot fire. So good. I'm gonna eat some more as soon as we're done. And drink a few beers. Because it's the holiday weekend. Yeah, I mean, eating pizza 2 times in one day is not good as well. Got some local pizza places. Caravaggio. Alright, we got the countdown going. Thank you for your responses, everyone. Let's go ahead and call it in chat too. Who do you think's taking this one? And let's watch to see when Nestmaster starts. Okay, so it looks like they both just started at a random time. I don't think they did the manipulation. Someone could let me know in chat if I'm wrong. I'm not hearing audio right now. Alright, coming up on the first boss here. Going against Bebop. Taking those, once again, the damage to make sure we get below half health. So it's not a drastic savings, you know, but over time it's going to make a big difference. For instance, this first mini boss, if you're below half health, that is a 2-hitter. If you're over half health, he's a 3-hitter. So throughout the course of the game, you know, that's going to make a big difference. So here's another thing too that I didn't think about earlier. One of the glitches that we, I guess, take for granted. So when you're on these escalators, conveyor belts, words are hard. In the inner percent run, there's a glitch where you can basically, as you're walking, you're holding right, and you let go of right, the direction you're headed, for it's either 1 or 2 frames, and then jump, and then don't touch the D-pad again. It'll actually propel you at the same speed that you were walking instead of the normal jump speed. So that room, as well as many of the rooms in the airport level, are considerably slower because we're not abusing that technology. So yeah, fun fact. Now this room, when I first learned this game, I dubbed the pleasure room, because if you notice that symphony of killing enemies, it's tightly choreographed. You're gonna get the same spawns there as long as you're doing everything else the same way, and it feels so good. Like I can't explain it. I won't explain it. I could, but you know, this is a family stream. So okay, and looks like Nestmaster's slightly ahead. I don't know if I think Skunky maybe started slightly after. I haven't noticed any errors, but maybe I just missed something. But yes, Nestmaster's got probably a 2 to 3 second lead. Alright, he hits his first jump. I'm sure that jump from before was haunting him. Not from that same room, but the same type. And it looks like Skunky took that pizza again. I'd be curious to see exactly why he takes that. I guess just safety strats. Which is interesting, because you go with safety strats and then you go with rope skips, so it's funny how we are able to rationalize these different decisions based on our skill sets and chance and what have you. Skunky's a pizza hoarder. Now, if that's really true, we're going to see Skunky go for the shame pizza, which he did not last time. So Skunky, if you can hear me, do it. You're already doing red lightning. Grab that shame pizza. So I've got some pizza leftovers, and the cat is in here with me, and she's trying to eat my onions, and I feel like that's probably not good for cats. More on this at 11. Alright, Skunky getting a really nice boost, as well as Nestmaster, both of them able to make it all the way through. Once again, that little part there, if you even tap the wall at all, you lose that boost completely, so very, very tight. I'm trying to remember how Nestmaster says it. He has a saying for when you make it all the way without having to touch the wall. He has a lot of sayings. Game over for all times. That's when you get a time that's so good no one else is ever gonna beat it. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much even Steven here. Yeah, seems like I've seen some people talking about the show a lot. Seems like, I mean, myself included, I know I watched the show a lot when I was a kid, as well as the movies. Seems like that's where most of us have our attachment. Having said that, I'm sure there are a lot of you have probably read the comic books too, which the originals, the Eastman and Laird. I've yet to read myself, but definitely on my list. Alright, got the 3D Shredder TV here again. Timer had 2 extra seconds, something like that. Okay. So if we get a really tight finish, then we might have to go back and look at it after the fact. But so far, we'll just assume we're relatively even. But yeah, if we're looking at more than or less than a 3-second difference in the finals, then we'll go back and make sure that we're comparing accurately here. Okay, got a chance for a drop here. Skunky got triple shurikens. Not as useful as a single shuriken, but not something he's gonna pass up. Okay, so this time Skunky didn't despawn the guy, but Nestmaster did. So we got a complete reversal there. Now let's see if Nestmaster can make this jump this time. Bless up in chat. Hoo-ah! Alright, he made it. He did not grab the pizza, however. Skunky did, so once again we've got a complete roll reversal. This is trippy. You can walk over that. Anyone unfamiliar? Alright, quick death warp. Nestmaster getting the faster one. I don't know if the guy on his left was despawned for Skunky. Yeah, that's a couple second time loss there. Alright, we're cruising with the... And what a fantastic soundtrack this game has. I love the overhead map music. Really fun to shoot bullets on time with the music as well. So fire this game up when this is over. Drive around, shoot some bullets on the beat. You won't regret it. Right, coming up into the last little section here. Utilizing their missiles perfectly. So they use this last one on this barrier, and you can actually despawn the blue car right there, which I assume they're allowing for this glitchless category, and they both did. Now, Skunky did opt to go park in the official TMNT parking spot. Nestmaster did not. On top of that, Skunky got the bad enemy pattern, so something went wrong somewhere else in his run. Now, luckily, most of the time you can exit and then come back in and get the proper enemy pattern that you want to see. But even when that does happen, you're losing time, so let's see. Yeah, we got about a 4-second difference. I'd say he lost probably 2 seconds in total there between the parking spot and having to reset the enemy pattern. So not the end of the world, but all those things add up. So, and very tight gameplay from Nestmaster so far. Alright, let's see. So we don't have any sub-weapons for either player this time, so Mecha Turtle Fight's going to go just a little bit slower, which can lead to more damage that you take. So once again, this could have a little swing. Now here's another thing. When this fire guy, when he shoots out a flame, I know Skunky personally hates that, so that's going to be terrifying. He likes to shoot a sub-weapon if he has one. But he made it. That can really troll you. I've fallen prey to that before myself. Alright, solid fights from both players. Oh, let's get our O's in chat. OH exclamation point. How y'all doing, chat? Cute chat. How's my cute chat doing? Oh. Uh-oh. Alright, moving on to the airport. Let's see if Nestmaster... Okay, so Nestmaster is not doing Skunky's new strategy for hitting the samurai. Robo-samurai guys. I really need to learn what they're called. and he actually took a hit there, so they're pretty much even now. I'd say between that and likely the Mecha Turtle fight. Skunky going for the rope skip again. No! Psych? Did he psych us out, or was he just late to jump? Maybe he just wasn't feeling it. But he just stopped for a moment. Alright. Bold strategy. Still not much of a difference here, but yeah, this run's shaping up to be a little bit more exciting than the last one. I'm feeling tingly. Both players pretty much at full health, so opting not to grab that half pizza. Alright, and then one of the coolest parts of the run, you gotta beat that beetle. So Nestmaster technically beat it. Skunky beat it as well, so he had to attack it or else it was gonna hit him. Not having a sub-weapon makes that much tighter. Having a sub-weapon, you can beat that beetle pretty much every time if you know what you're doing. With that one, it's pretty tough. Yeah, never gonna catch me, beetle. Memes. Alright, once again, we're going through, and they're doing their standard kills. Oh, Skunky missing out on that drop there, not the end of the world. In the overworld too, you're gonna notice they're trying to take these corners as tight as possible, obviously. And even more fun than shooting music or shooting missiles and bullets in the van to the beat is using your bow in the overworld. That's where it's really at. I'm trying to keep tabs on this too to make sure neither of them accidentally do any conveyor belt boosts, which I don't think that was ever brought up. What happens if someone accidentally does a glitch? Luckily, they've both been doing a great job, so respect. I'm sure they both I know they've both been streaming this a lot, getting ready for this race. They take these races they do together very seriously, and hopefully you all appreciate that. I know I do. Fierce competitors. But that's got to go a long way with making sure they don't have any oopsies. Alright, fireworks for cute, chat. From both players. Sexy says Skunky was talking about a time penalty for an accidental glitch. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to do it, instead of forfeiting. And I know they're both honest and they're not gonna say it was accidental, so. Alright, here we are at the death room. I'm gonna watch to see if they do this the same way. Okay, so Skunky, yeah, he does it a little bit faster. Now that's definitely a little scarier. He does a damage boost through the Whitman, so which is super crazy. He runs straight into him and it almost propels him to the right. I think that's actually because of the magnets. And there you see Skunky getting the boomerang drop. Once again, we want that to happen right there when we know that we have the other turtle active as we're tanking that damage. Let's see, Clay Dog says, is there a part where it's faster to lose the turtle? I mean, like the crusher's coming up, if you mean intentionally or unintentionally. Because it's an instant kill if you get caught in these crushers here. Alright, no shame pizza for either player, so apparently Skunky's not the pizza fiend that Junkyard Dave was saying he was. And Skunky not getting the swag drops. I'd say that is not a good sign. Nestmaster's got a pretty decent lead. Skunky's missing swag drops. Our Shogun's heads are falling off. Alright, great fights from both. Alright, so we had a lot of guesses pretty consistently for hole 1 for Skunky. And I want to say hole 3 for Nestmaster. So let's see how this plays out. see. Wild Cleosis was saying about 4.5-second lead for Nestmaster. That was a 30 seconds ago or so, but I'd say that sounds about right. Okay, so Nestmaster going for hole 2, and Skunky going for hole 1. That's interesting. You don't typically see people go for hole 2, because it's my understanding that hole 2 and 3 have about the same chance, and then I'm sorry, hole 1 and 2 have about the same chance, and then hole 3 is more likely. So it's like 50% of the time you'll get hole 3, and then 25 for the others. Not in hole 2 for Nestmaster, so he's going to take the quick death abuse and get out of there. And I didn't see it for Skunky. I take it he did not get hole 1. Yeah, I guess not. Well, and when I say chance, I mean the number of frames in the starting that have those holes. So I think there's, 2 times the amount of hole 3 frames versus 1 and 2 combined. Drumboardist, but yeah, I hear you. All right, and Skunky found it. What was that? Was that hole 2? And Nestmaster's in hole 3, so yeah, it's gonna be very tough. I mean, once again, we're going back to honestly a worse situation than the last one. It was a little bit closer. We're gonna need Skunky's gonna need to take a death. Okay, yeah, a death. I think a death is about all that's gonna pull him out of this. Either that or getting super low on health to where he has to play it incredibly tight. Because even losing his drop is not going to be enough, time for Nestmaster to come back. And SpeedGaming 5 coming in with a rate of 186 people. Welcome, SpeedGaming 5. This is the finale, race 2 of 3 in the TMNT Glitchless between Skunky48 and the Nestmaster. Skunky up 1, in the lead going into the Technodrome, trying to lock it down. Skunky burning through those scrolls. So you got obviously a limited amount. You only get 20 when you grab the scrolls. And I don't remember exactly how many you need for the final hallway, but you probably can't afford to use any more scrolls and get through there without losing time. Having said that, once again, at this point, he could probably do the scrolls the old-fashioned way, or the hallway the old-fashioned way without the scrolls, and still have a slight advantage. Yeah, Purple Jetpack City coming up indeed. The bane of casual players. And even, quote-unquote casual speedrunners, I mean, that's still not an easy part. I mean, you've really got to take your time to learn that section. Alright, so there was his drop. That drop actually came a little early, so Skunky may still see a drop coming up towards the end of the hallway, which won't really make a big deal. And he's got plenty of health, so don't make any big mistakes. He's good to go. Oh, Nestmaster taking a death. Sorry to see. He's going to go ahead and just take a game over so we can start off fresh with full health. Oh, Skunky, the rare bounce back from the jetpack. He's so good about seeing those, so pretty surprising, but all he's got to do is close this out, so take your time and fly that W. Oh god. What? No, Skunky. Getting cocky with the shuriken jumps, throws. Takes the death. Now, having said that, I've seen him do that a million times, and he barely ever dies when he does that, but that's the price you pay for trying to save that extra second or whatever, throwing the shurikens. All you have to do is walk into the corner, duck down, and attack down. You kill that jetpack guy every time. Sure, you lose a couple of seconds, but yeah, we're likely going to 3 now. Nesmaster's still got to close out too, though. Well, let's not assume anything yet. Anything could happen. And hopefully Skunky's keeping that in mind as well. So we still got to focus up in case Nesmaster takes an unfortunate death. Master going with his safety strats. Grabbing the old turtle tornado, whatever that thing is called. So luckily here he doesn't have the scrolls anymore, so he doesn't have to worry about the weapon drop coming out. Just needs to make sure he does those jumps appropriately so we can get through these jetpacks. Red lightning for the win. Oh man, that was scary. So if you don't stop in time, those jetpack guys won't come all the way back out of frame, and then they'll come back at you, and you're gonna have a bad time. And he was very close to having that happen to him. So yeah, and Clay Dog, you're saying you've never seen a legit Shredder fight. I mean, the thing is, legit is, you know, all you have to do is stand in a particular spot and hit the attack button. He's once you kind of know the strategy, he's laughably easy. And it's looking like Nesmaster is wanting to do his signature. Is it 18 hits? I always forget if it's 16 or 18 with Raph on Shredder. And Red Lightning as well. Technically a glitch, but we'll allow it. 18 hits. Thank you, Mr. Dino and Smelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna stop counting now. I can't tell which ones are actually landing. So that's the strat Skunky just did that cost it for him. And if you notice, just barely finishing after Nesmaster. So GG to Nesmaster. Other than that death, it was really, really solid, but he persevered, came back, and finished it out. So GG to Skunky as well. The good news, as heartbreaking as that was, is we're going to 3. We're going to 3, baby. Alright, so hang tight here. Nesmaster did not realize that Skunky died, so he thought he was eliminated. So, good news for Nesmaster. Everybody giving all the love. We got some drinks in chat. And it's looking like we're still going to do our best of 3. That seems like there was a little confusion, so hang tight here while we're figuring it out. Okay, trivia time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the movie. What food was used to hide the anti-mutagen to give to Toka and Razar, which we were talking about earlier? What food was used to give them to get them to shrink? Answer in chat. Donuts. Trick question. It was ice. No, just kidding. Yeah, donuts is right, but technically it wasn't ice. You know, it's funny. I've used that one before, and a lot of people had no idea. Okay. Ice isn't a food. Okay, man. Anybody else have any good trivia? We're waiting to get started. Rigged question. The anti-mutagen was simply frozen into cubes and then put into the donuts. Whatever. You guys, this is not a cute chat anymore. This is a hostile chat. I feel attacked. All right. It looks like they're agreeing on 18 hits with Raph to close it out, as you saw from Nestmaster. So, regardless of who's in the lead, 18 hits from Raph. It's gonna be lit, fam. It's gonna be lit, fam. Let's see if anybody's got any trivia. Let me see if I can think of anything else here. Let's think Turtles won. Okay, this one's easy, but it's just fun because I didn't realize it until a few years ago. What what former child actor voiced Donatello in the Turtles 1 movie? Derp, Corey Feldman. Yeah, you all know. I can't think of any hard ones. All right, but I just love that Corey Feldman did that. Good job. 20 points for Gryffindor. Let's see what else we got. Well, Cleosis would like to talk about April O'Neil. In the TMNT 2000 movie, what famous actor portrayed the main villain? Maverick Anissa. I like that. I have no idea. Anybody got that one? Randy Quaid was the answer. All right, we're getting started. Kevin Nash, famous actor. All right, game 3, winner takes all. Looks like Skunky got a slightly later start again, so similar to last time. But it appears that Mr. Dino's kind of evened that up a little bit. No game 4. So we've already covered the tech here, but for anyone just joining us, I know we had that raid earlier. Once again, they're taking that damage to get under half health, and it actually deals more damage with the turtle doing it that way. So, FYI. Mr. Dino says they have different starts because they agree to start timer on reset. Right, so it just seemed like it's only like a second or two difference. So I don't know if Nestmaster is just hammering on start and then Skunky's waiting, but I guess that's why. Ernie Reyes Jr. Yeah, definitely Kino. Kino was awesome. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by Ernie Reyes Jr. facts. Now that's a bot we all need. Buttsbot so 2000 and late. Ernie Reyes Jr. facts bot. Make it happen, people. Alright, pretty much on track here. Looks like Skunky's got a slight advantage. And let's see if Skunky goes for that safety pizza again. He is a little low on health. Actually, so is Nestmaster too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they both go for it. Having said that, if Nestmaster's been paying attention to Skunky's screen, he would know that Skunky's going for it, so maybe he should avoid it and make up that time. So that's how it goes down. Looks like Skunky made work of the pleasure room slightly faster, so he's still carrying that small advantage. Oh, it's getting real dicey for Nestmaster. He's gonna have to grab this pizza over here. Maybe. No, if he can hold off, he'll get the pizza in the next section. So I think that's what he's gonna do. Cause yeah, if he goes to the right, there is a pizza over there, but he has to fight a mini boss. So that's just a pretty substantial time loss. And knowing you're going against arguably one of the greatest of all time at this game, if not the greatest, you got to take some risks if you want to win. Alright. More swimming. We've seen this. Man, people are still talking about Kino. The GOAT. Duck Duck Muse. So yeah, I know Redheaded Peckerwood is giving him a a real run for his money. They were both actually practically tied for a while with the record, and he tapped out on speed running. I don't know if he has plans to come back, but other than Red, I mean, Skunky's been kind of in a league of his own. Whitman Price as well, being a former pioneer of the game. And Skunky getting that boost all the way through. Yeah, he's definitely on fire. This is really good dam section so far. Nesmaster maintaining his boost as well, however, it was a much slower boost. So like what I was talking about earlier, there hasn't been a way to consistently get a fast boost on that section with the seaweed. You tend to get the same boost in all the other spots, as long as you do the proper movement prior to hitting the sections that have current. But with that one, it seems to be kind of hit or miss. Looking like maybe 10-second advantage for Skunky. Someone can confirm that in chat. He's heating up. So Sports Hefe says, funny how speedrunners just tank this whole thing. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of tanking in the dam. That's pretty much the whole thing, other than, like I said, managing those currents. Otherwise, the only time we're really tanking is when we're walking on spikes throughout the rest of the run, which happens in the airport coming up. And if you're on record pace, you're actually not tanking on the spikes at all. Once again, you're going top route and rolling the dice, seeing if you get a drop and losing your scrolls. Drumboardist with more trivia. In the first TMNT movie, who was the only person to play two people and in the same scene, no less? Easy, Corey Feldman. He played both Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. That does seem like a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wrong, apparently. Okay. Coming up here, Skunky pretty low on health again. Now, if he doesn't do this despawn, he's putting himself at great risk. He does this time. Okay, and he actually had to switch turtles just to be safe. So, a little bit of time made up for Nesmaster. His health is in a better situation because he's already switched to Mikey. Wow, he has half a bar of health and he's switching back to Dom. So, very brave. Let's see if he gets the jump. Hoo-wah! Oh, he missed the pizza. He needs that pizza. I feel like we're still at about a 10-second difference. Decent little mistake there from Nesmaster, unfortunately. Luckily, he did take that extra damage from the Samurai Robot Man. So he's out of there pretty quickly. Okay, let's see if we got an answer. The voice of Raph was also the guy in the backseat of the cab that Raph rolled over while chasing Casey Jones. Nice. Looked like a big turtle in a trench coat. So here's another easy trivia question. What movie did Raph go see? Come on, let's get 20 of the same answer. Zorro is correct. Batman is correct. Critters is wrong. Not Critters. Predator is correct. We also would have accepted Mayonnaise. Barton Fink. Yeah, I know my trivia questions are too easy, but I appreciate you guys. You all playing along. Alright, so we're out of the driving section. Did anyone catch if Skunky parked in the official turtle parking spot? Nesmaster did not. So he's playing for keeps. Gotta say, I respect. Oh, wow. Skunky had sewer shurikens. And he mistimed his last jump, but he was able to save it. That was That would have been a huge, huge time loss for him. Skunky did park in the spot, says Enigma. 12-second difference on sewer entry, says Mr. Dino. Sounds about right. Unfortunately, Nestmaster got the wrong enemy pattern there. We saw that happen with Skunky in the last race, so he had to exit the door and come back in. Unfortunate little time loss, especially when you're already behind. Skunky making work. The Mecha Turtle here, and he does have shurikens, so he's going to be able to get through this a little bit quicker. Now, he was able to actually kill that missile, so if you're unlucky, he'll fire a missile. And if you hit the missile and Mecha Turtle at the same time, that missile just likes to float around for like a good 5 seconds, so that could have been disastrous. That's all bless RNG for Nestmaster that doesn't happen to him, and he makes it out. Very good. Now, to my knowledge, Nestmaster does not, I know he doesn't do rope skip. I don't know if he knows how. If he knows how, now's the time to do it. He needs every little bit he can get. Now, Skunky is going for it. Again, let's see if he just does one. He gets the first. Oh god, he's going for both. What a madman. No! Oh. So clutch. Double rope skip. Let's go. Chat's going wild. Wild chat. You madman. So I can't remember the exact time save that is, but I mean it's gotta be at least 5-6 seconds. So there are actually two ways you can do the rope skip, so that's the faster, harder way that Skunky's doing. There is an easier way where you use the beetles instead of the head of the samurais. Unfortunately, it's just not as consistent, so you can get through that first one, but then it's like a 50% chance whether or not the beetle spawns for the second. So Skunky ditched the beetle method a while ago. Fun little fact. See, I can give you trivia about this speed run. I don't think too many people could have told me that. Ernie Reyes Jr. I'm just saying things. Alright, back to the race. Forgive me, it's been hours since I've had pizza. Alright, so we're into the airport again. If anyone can give me an update on where we're at as far as time difference, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm guessing we're at least 15 to 20 seconds now after the rope skip and a couple small issues with Nestmaster. Okay, no illegal boosts off the conveyor belt for Skunky. Now watch him. He is still human. 27 seconds, says Duck Duck Muse. So once again, still possible for the comeback. Skunky taking a little bit of damage there. But with an advantage like that, yeah, without having the ability to go for harder clips, since this is glitchless, it really relies on Skunky just playing consistently at this point. No deaths, maintaining his scrolls throughout the final hallway. So it is Skunky's race to lose. But you know, we love both of these runners. Hopefully you all do. I know I do. We just want to see a good solid race. So Skunky making it through the death room. And we got fireworks for cute chat from Nestmaster. Nestmaster coming up on the death room here in just a moment. Let's see how things work out for him. Skunky did not get a drop there, which sometimes you just don't get a drop, so looks like he's safe. Alright, made it through mini death room. And Nestmaster making it through as well. Being able to play under pressure, especially under Glitchless, getting through that room is very impressive. And they're both 3 for 3 on it, so give it up, both players. Not an easy run. Not an easy game, but yeah, Glitchless makes it even harder. Skunky getting the shame pizza. Let's go. Alright, he got the swag drop. He's back on. So when you're, and I have to call it the shame pizza at all times, but when you do have a substantial lead, yeah, that's wise. Go ahead and grab that extra pizza. He knows at this point he's just got to finish the game. Don't take a death. He's got this in the bag. I'm willing to bet if somehow he ends up with shurikens, I don't think he's going to try and kill that jetpack soldier the same way he did in the last one. So swag drop. No, so all a swag drop is when you're dropping down on each of those levels where the crushers are. You push like left at a particular frame and it moves you down 1 extra block. I think it saves like a real minuscule amount of time, but it looks really cool. Hence the drop of the swag. Alright, yeah, get your guesses in. Hole 1, 2, or 3 for Skunky, and hole 1, 2, or 3 for Nestmaster. Indicate the hole in your answer, please. So now we're just going to see a bunch of numbers because I didn't separate them. Skunky did not get hole 1, so he's going to take a death. Now I gotta say, I somehow spaced that this was a thing. So if Nestmaster is able to snag this, I didn't see what hole he went into. I can never remember. I think he's in 2. Then he could take the lead back. It's heating up. I'm getting a little nervous and also excited. Oh, Skunky taking a decent amount of damage there. Typically, those enemies, the roly-polies, don't give you a lot of trouble. Okay, so Nestmaster did not find the Technodrome in hole 2. Skunky did, however. So he's less than half health, not exactly where he wants to be, but it could be much, much worse. Skunky whiffed a lead indeed. Taking a little bit of damage there on the upswing on the turret. Honestly, he could still lose another bar and a half and likely still feel comfortable going into Technodrome. 2.5 bars of health. That's enough, and there's backup pizza, so considering the pizza is on his way with the glitchless route, I would not be surprised if Skunky takes it. I would hope he would. I know I would. But we'll see. You gotta respect the decisions these runners make, especially under pressure, trying to balance that risk-reward. Alright, and we do have Technodrome for Nestmaster. Coming in with much more health than Skunky, so he can definitely be a little bit more aggressive. Fortunately, I believe he missed one of those hits on the eye of the Technodrome. Oh, he missed 2 of those hits. Just not getting those upswings. 3 hits. Yeah, 4. Now remember, we're not able to do damage transfers like we would do in the inner percent, so this is a much slower fight. It's basically half the speed. But yeah, unfortunately, multiple missed hits there. Definitely not helpful. So going back to what I was saying earlier, Skunky's race to lose. Let's see how he finishes out. Coming up on the final hallway, got 2 more screens to go before the final hallway here, so that's where it starts to get a little hairy. Oh, wow. Okay, so some pretty strange behavior from those Whitmans there, too. He is getting the optimal pattern here for this room. No slowdown, no ET robots. Alright, feeling the tension. Once again, he just has to take his time. He can stay alive, he's good to go. Yeah, he's good. Good on this section anyways. Let's see how he finishes. Okay, so he did get a drop. I'm gonna take a wild guess that he plays this jetpack soldier much more cautiously, but he's probably listening to me and wants to prove me wrong, so nope, he's playing it safe. Alright, coming into Shredder. Looking like we could have a sub 20 run here. Oh, now they are going to do 18 hits with Raph. I think he's forgotten. 18 hits, Skunky. He did do Red Lightning, though. Alright, count it down, everybody. We're not going to be sub 20, considering. And here we have it, 2012 for Skunky. The winner of the TMNT Pizza Time 2 Glitchless race, best of 3 between himself and Nestmaster. That was a really fun race. Lots of swings. Game 1 was fairly one-sided, but game 2 and 3 could have gone either way. So we got Nestmaster finishing up here. Let's everybody give him our support. Oh, he accidentally switched to Leo. See if he's still... Okay, so he's still going to do the 18 hits. Oh no, Raph's dead. He can't do the 18 hits. It's alright, he'll do Leo. Next closest thing. I guess that's 20 hits with Leo. And GG to Nestmaster with the 21-18. What a way to finish this out. I've been chilling watching this all day, and man, well, I can't wait for next year is all I can say. Personally, I just want to thank the organizers, Mr. Dino023, Rata, and Krelos for putting this together, all the runners, all the commentators. Honored that I could help out with commentary, and hopefully I can get some runs in next year when my wrists are feeling better. Mr. Dino, do you want to come in, say anything?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, let me, 1 second.
Hang tight, everybody.
Let me, because you have echo.
Oh, that's weird.
That's fine. It's because of my fault.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in today. It was an amazing event. I want to definitely thank everybody like Krelos, Rod, Cyril, you, Stormy, and of course, all of the runners for the TMNT community, Fizzle for lending us the channel, the SpeedGaming channel, and everybody on the audience here. I really, really, really hope that you guys had an amazing day. Remember to check out what the World Turtle Day is about, and if you can, try to contribute for the cause. It's amazing that it's about a year that we did Pizza Time 1, and it just happened to happen this year on the Turtle Day. So I think we're definitely going to be looking forward to doing this again for the next year around this time of the year as well. So if you guys enjoy it, make sure to check it out next year. If you like TMNT speedrunning or you like these amazing runners, make sure to join the Discord for the TMNT community. Follow them all on the... You can find all of the channels on the schedule or the ! TMNT command. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And well, I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the next year. Thank you, everybody, and hope you have a good one.